last test as the 5 remaining delegates face the reporters. We'll continue the round with the delegate from Michigan. Good luck.
Michigan. All right, reporter number 6. You can say some essential phrases in Danish. Share one of your favorites with us and tell us what it means.
Jeg kan ikke snakke dansk. That's a phrase I used a lot when I was in Denmark. It was very important because anytime someone spoke to me, I said, jeg kan ikke snakke dansk. I cannot speak Danish. Reporter number 7.
You play a mean game of Scrabble with your mom. What's your best Scrabble word?
My best Scrabble word is magazine. You get a lot of points for that one. Number 5.
When you're the editor of a woman's magazine, who would be on the cover of your first issue?
Probably one of the friends I've made during my time here. Miss Oregon was my roommate, and I love her, so I'd put her on the cover. Number 8.
I have a question here. What's sexier on a woman? Confidence or control top pantyhose?
Confidence is the number 1 thing a woman needs to carry herself. Reporter number 6.
Thank you very much. That's all the time. Nice work, Michigan. Stand right there. Next up, facing the press, Alabama.
Reporter number 2, please.
You once jumped from a 120-foot cliff. Why?
It was a dare, and I was brave, and I did it.
Alabama, question for number 4, please.
As a volunteer at a wildlife refuge, which of these should join the endangered species list? Stiletto heels, G-strings, or bikini waxes?
Bikini waxing, definitely.
Alabama, question number 3, please.
Who would you date? A guy who's just good enough to be bad, or just bad enough to be good?
Just bad enough to be good.
Alabama, question please. Number 1, please.
If you were covering the scoop of this year's pageant, what would be the lead story?
200.
Question 2, please.
A $2 million contract is yours if you leave the competition right now. Would you?
Oh, yes. Definitely.
Thank you very much. Got a good job right there. All right. Nice work, Alabama. You know how to handle them. Stand right there. All right, go get him, Tennessee.
Number 6.
As a substitute teacher, what's the first thing you tell kids when they arrive in your class?
That I may be young, but I'm just as tough as their older teachers. Number 7.
To overcome your fear of snakes, you once held an 11-foot python. What were you thinking?
Well, it was for a good cause, so I thought, why not? And let me tell you, it was an albino, and I turned as white as the snake. Number 8.
Wall climbing at the Rock Gym has you hooked. Would you rather rock climb or meet Chris Rock?
Ooh, that's kind of tough. I might take Chris Rock with me rock climbing. Number 5.
You want to be a child advocate attorney. What would you say to the young boy from Cuba whose fate is still undecided?
Well, it's a very tough decision, and luckily I'm not the judge, but I think the family should stay together. Number 6.
I have a question here, please.
If you could have given the Tennessee Titans a piece of advice last weekend, what would it have been?
I wish your arm was longer. Number 7.
All right, that's all the time we have. Tennessee, thank you. Right there. Come on, Georgia.
Number 2.
Dialects are your specialty. In your best British accent, tell us how you're feeling right now.
Oh, darling, I feel absolutely ravishing. Reporter number 3.
What's your worst fashion emergency?
Oh, gosh, when you get the run in the pantyhose. Crazy.
Question, Georgia, please.
Number 4.
You're into kickboxing. Show us how you would take it out on someone if you lose tonight.
Well, you know what? If I lose tonight, it just wasn't God's will. Reporter number 1.
Georgia, please.
As a professional model, if someone offered you $1 million to pose nude, would you do it?
No way. Ever.
Good.
Question. Reporter number 2.
Travel is a passion. What's the single most helpful invention for traveling?
Oh, a big suitcase. Reporter number 3.
You had your own modeling agency and recently sold it. What was the best and worst part of being the boss?
Oh, wow. The best part was being able to change people's lives for the best that they could be, and the worst part was having to give it up.
Thank you very much, Georgia. No nudes, huh? All right, last up, New York.
New York, a question here, please.
Reporter number 6.
You call yourself a technology geek. Why?
Well, because I am a geek. It takes me twice as long to debug than it does to actually program it. Reporter number 5.
A new study shows that workers prefer female bosses to male. Why do women make better managers?
Well, because women not only know how to manage their home,
but they understand crisis because they can take care of their kids. Reporter number 7.
What's sexier on a guy, a tuxedo or something pierced?
I'd go for the tuxedo. I'm not into piercing. Reporter number 8.
If you could spend the day with Bill Gates or the Backstreet Boys, who would you choose?
Bill Gates, come on. Reporter number 5.
What would you name a website that describes your pageant experience?
www.divas.com. Reporter number 6.
If you could get an email from anyone, who would it be and why?
I'd want to get an email from my friend in Hawaii. I haven't seen her for 5 years. I guess reporter number 7.
All right, come on, Diva, right there. Thank you. Nice work, New York. While you are tallying up your scores at home, let's go ahead and check in with Julie and Allie, see how they're doing. What's up, ladies?
Wow.
We're doing good.
We're doing great. I wish his arm were longer, too. I bet a lot of people in the country are thinking
And Alabama wanted to leave for the money. I don't blame her.
What's that? I don't know.
We don't leave for the money.
Okay, I'm out of here.
Okay, now you know what? I think the girls at this point should really show their personalities as much as possible because they only have such a short amount of time to make a good impression.
They have to make. Oh, look, Tennessee.
Here's the
They
scores.
loved her.
She was great. Arm was longer. You were right.
That's right.
It worked.
She's kicking some booty. I tell
And
you
New
what.
Hampshire, who I didn't think was that strong, right behind her.
Well, the judges always have a different opinion than us sometimes, but that's the way it goes.
We're usually right.
No. All right, here are the remaining 5 delegates, once again taking center stage. A literacy coordinator in Michigan, Jill Dobson's dream job is editor of a fashion magazine. She also loves to run and has done too many Ironman triathlons. But at home, you'll find her battling her mom over the Scrabble board. How many points if you spell Miss USA? Gina Mitchell of Alabama is a communications student at Auburn with hopes of becoming a news anchor. She loves animals and volunteers at a wildlife refuge. 2 years ago, she took up kickboxing and in her mind punches out whoever she's mad at. Hope that's not too often. Tennessee's Lynette Cole wants to be a lawyer and replace Tyra Banks on the cover of Sports Illustrated. But why not? Meanwhile, she donates her time to help others, the old and the young. And when she hits the wall, she climbs the walls. Lynette definitely wants her piece of the rock. It's not all fun and games for Georgia's Patty Dunn. She recently wrote a book about her own childhood experience with learning disabilities and started Patty's Partners to help kids build self-esteem. She works off steam with a little kickboxing, but she won't have to muscle her way to the top. New York's Carrie Tucker works in computer software and is a self-described technology geek. Out of the office, she slaps on the rollerblades, burning up the road and burning up the energy. In her quiet moments, she likes to commune with nature and daydream about being the next software superstar.
Welcome back to the 2000 Miss USA pageant on CBS.
If you are just joining us, this is exciting. We're jazzed. Here are the top 10, and we're starting with South Carolina,
Colorado,
Iowa,
New Hampshire,
Kansas,
Michigan,
Alabama,
Tennessee,
Georgia,
and New York.
I tell you, it is a hot top 10, and we're going to send it back to you, Carson.